What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great night, staying off that damn social media, and joining me to talk some damn birds. I've already seen it. The Eagles were 0-2-1 preseason. It's over. Oh, my God. Why isn't Jalen Hurts out there? We need our starters. God help us. Thank God the preseason is over. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. So all of you sickos who have been tuning in with me, cannot thank you enough. But we're going to talk a little bit about this final game of the preseason, talk about what I saw, some of the notes I took throughout the game, what I think about this roster, if anything changed in my mind, some of the things we talked about pregame, we're going to touch up on those things. So appreciate you all taking the time, whether you're watching this live, watching this later, tomorrow morning, whenever it may be. Love to hear your thoughts on this one. Maybe your mind has changed. Maybe you're agreeing with me now on certain people. Maybe you disagree, whatever it may be. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. But look, we are 17 days away, 5 days away from the cutdown period. So we're going to know who the 53-man roster is, and then you'll go through the waiver period. Then you'll have the practice squad. So we'll have 69 guys to be talking about here. And it's going to be exciting to see who gets what. And look, I think I pretty much have what I want down for my projected 53-man roster. You guys know I pretty much had it locked in. So not much has changed in my mind. I'm pretty excited about this roster. I still think we're winning the Super Bowl. If we stay healthy, stay on track to what we're doing. We're the best team in the league. No reason we shouldn't win the Super Bowl. Build a dynasty here. And, I'm going to stick to that. The last few months, we've been talking about that. Obviously, last year, I said that when, we talked about, I think this team could make the Super Bowl, possibly win it. That'd be great. We obviously did not do that. But what I talked about was getting that playoff experience, building something and building around Jalen Hurts. And we've seen exactly that. And we've seen this defense, the offense. Oh, my God. They're going to be unstoppable, man. And I really cannot wait to see it. So who cares about preseason football wins and losses? It's about watching the players that are either going to be on the practice squad, maybe go somewhere else, but this is about the depth of the team. So understanding what this time period is, and a lot of people, I don't watch preseason. It's like, yeah, we can tell, and that's fine. If casual fans don't want to watch this, that's fine, but don't get upset. You know what I mean? It's like, look, I like winning. I'm a diehard Eagles fan, but I also just like watching the game and enjoying it for what it is, because this is a game that doesn't matter. When the games matter is when I lose my mind. So it's just, I don't know. I guess people just like being upset. But for me, I saw a lot of good things. I saw bad things, but I saw a lot of things that just made me say, I don't care. I'm ready for the regular effing season. So let me know how you're feeling, ladies and gentlemen out there. Let's rock and roll. Go effing birds. You know it. My man Liz in the building. Let's go. My dude Christian. Yo, hope all is well, my man. Hope you're doing all right out there. Let's effing go birds. It's time to rock and roll. Tomorrow we'll have a more, precise breakdown. You'll have the snap count, all that stuff we're talking about right here. We're just initial reaction talking about the birds here. Don't have any crazy graphics or anything like that for you here. But Cole C, my man, Joseph, let's go. Appreciate you. Bleeding Green, let's go. Birds need depth behind the starters. I question. I definitely wouldn't. We got lots of depth and a great coach. So that's fine, man. Look, and it's the same thing with Jalen Hurts last year. Hey, don't believe in his development. That's fine. That's what I'm here for, to help understand why these things are so great and why the Eagles will win the Super Bowl. And I cannot wait, Jonathan. I'm going to be real with you. Ready to go through that wall. Ready for the haters to keep whining about how this team sucks. And I put that meme out there a little bit ago. What was it? Maybe last week. About, the one about, sweating which button to push. Like, the Eagles just aren't a good team. They suck. And then it's, well, the Eagles are only good, or Jalen Hurts is only good because they have good players. Dude, it's so awesome to hear it all. I love it. I need it. I feast off that negativity. I told you I'm the juggernaut. It just keeps me going, man. Hurts can't develop no more. Fire Howie, fire Nick. You remember last year, just a year ago at this time, I just kept trucking right through them all, man. And we're going to do that as a team this season. Jot it down. I'm marking my words again. Telling you, it's happening. Let's effing go birds, my man. It's all we had, dude. Yep, that's what it is, man. It's preseason, so ready to check out this depth. I think we got some answers here, so very excited about this back end. Ready for the starters to start. Yeah. So, look, I think, a lot of things about this game, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. Do you think Allen showed? No, definitely not, but enough to definitely make the practice squad. So I like that. Would love to see McKee behind the low line. Be pipe dream. Yeah, not me, man. I'm all in on Jalen Hurts like I was 3 years ago. So let's get this bad boy started. Let's talk about this. Fred Johnson at left tackle. He's going to be the backup left tackle. We talked about that pregame. And Good Jones gets the spot at left guard, and then almost called him Sean Andrews. Holy hell. Not Sean Andrews, but yeah, maybe it is. I was thinking of the old player we had. Losing my mind. Tyler Steen. I'm old, okay? Dennis Kelly at right tackle. But Steen got that right guard, and we talked about him, being a guy that can, not only be the backup, he's the future at right guard, but he can help you as a depth, tackle as well. But I think for me, that just told me that we're keeping possibly 9, maybe 8 if Sills doesn't make this team. But I think Josh Sills is, to me, still a lock. It is what it is. We'll talk about it when we get the snap count. But I think that, I've made it clear as to who my guys are. I don't think I'm changing any of those locks. Mariota, same. You only saw him for a drive because he's the QB2. You wanted to see McKee prove that he needed to be on this roster, that no one was going to claim him if you try to put him on the practice squad. So Mariota gets that one drive. Sermon, dude, he came out starting, and he played like most of the game. Kennedy Brooks, coming in there as well. But, hey, they're really getting a look, trying to let him fight for that 5th spot if there is one. But Deion Kane Nada started out there too. So, they came out. Allen, he fumbles the kickoff and had a nice return. We talked about this date. The guy hadn't returned a kick in 10 years. We talked about why not put this mother effer back here. See something. He's an Olympian, right? So they finally do it a week ago when we were talking about it. So the funniest thing, we were talking about the players to watch. I had him in there, and then I took him out because I was going to make a joke like he's going to have one good play and everybody's going to lose their mind about how he needs to be on the active roster. And I took it off because I was like, no, I don't want to be a jerk. And this dude runs the first kick, and I was literally laughing my ass off to myself like, oh, my God, that would have been so funny. But he ended up having another good catch there. But, yeah, it's just, preseason stuff. So, but it was a 74-yard return against, all those guys. It was a good job. So, good job by him. Dan Arnold held on a throw that I thought could have been for a touchdown. He's trying to show something. I still don't think he makes this roster. Deion Kane, great catch. That was at the 5. It was a 22-yard gain. I thought that was something he could try to build on throughout the game. Sermon finishes that drive off with a touchdown, his 3rd of the preseason. I thought he, continues to show that it's going to be hard to cut him. You're going to want him on the practice squad, but some other team will give him a shot there. You had Swain goes nowhere then on a punt return. That's not good. On the defense, Ellis and Morrow were in there, and again, that's not very telling because Nakobe Dean not playing. So it's like, which one of those guys is going to be the starter? And it's like, I think it's Zach Cunningham because he didn't play, right? So I had Cunningham as a starter the other day. Then I put Morrow in, and we've talked about it. It's a toss-up. I have no idea. Whatever they see and think will work, I think they'll do what's best. I'm open here. But then Garner, Ringo, and Scott were in there. Goodrich, unfortunately, not playing today. He was banged up at practice, so did not get to see him. Talked about it. He could still definitely make this roster as that 6th cornerback. And in my opinion, I think that is who it would be. But we'll see how bad that injury is and if you want to go with somebody else. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Garner had some good coverage there, though. Oh, by the way, Evans and Edmonds were the starters. So one of those guys is probably the starter next to Reed Blankenship. I've talked about this. Sidney Brown, he'll get his reps as that 3rd safety and eventually become the starter. So not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I'm so sorry. I'm dying here. But you see Garner having good coverage in this game. He started that the first drive. I like that. Morrow had a great run stop. Like to see that. These guys, trying to make this roster with those limited snaps that we're going to get tonight. McKee showing off his legs then. We saw Sermon get stuffed right after that. Not a dropped one. It was kind of a bad throw there by McKee behind him on 4th down. We saw McKee to Sermon, and then Kane. He was making some nice throws, and then that set up the 59-yard field goal by Jake Elliott. Let's effing go. Like to see that. He missed one this preseason, but he's drained some big ones. I think he had a 56-yarder as well. But Ricks went to the 10. He came back, and a lot of you guys are hopeful. I still don't think he makes this roster, but he had a good showing. He did. That'll be coming up here, I know, in the notes. But Hull rolls over Brown. That one, he was actually down. That got called back. It was a touchdown, but then it was. But Brown's got to think about where he's at when he's trying to get that tackle there. But I love that mother effer. So love that. Sippo sucks. That's a nice little, but it just is Sippo. So crappy punt, and it gets worse. Ringo, he had his struggles for sure tonight, and we've talked about this. He's a backup. He needs to be developed. That's perfectly fine. He's got a trio of studs in front of him to help him. Then we talk about BVS missed the tackle. Ben Van Sumeren. He ended up having like 17 tackles tonight, though. But again, this dude's playing like most of the game, and he has been most of this preseason, so that's kind of going to happen. And then you've got Kane was held on a play where I thought he would have made a nice catch. Brooks drops a wide open touchdown right after that. That was ridiculous. You know this dude's not making the roster. Then Elliott hits that field goal. The refs get called out, dude, by Sirianni quicker than the play could end. That was hilarious. I think that, dude, watching him go out there and throwing that down, pointing at it, the challenge flag, he's hilarious, dude. You know I love him. That's another one where I try to get people to believe in him. It's like, all right, dude. People just want to be mad, but I love that dude. Anthony Richardson fumbles. The refs are pissed about it, try to help him out. And, you know, the refs and the first stringers are all out there. The Colts and the refs are going to war with the Eagles. You're going to see what this season is going to be like. Trust me. If you're just a new Eagles fan or you're just coming back because we're winning, you're in for a real show here because, boy, do they literally – they hate us. And they've always hated us, so it's just nothing new there. But I thought I was impressed by Tyreek Maddox-Williams. It says TMW impressing, and I think that it comes up again here because he gets a pick. So Nada, he fumbles the ball. Not good. He definitely – we talked about, you know, when we signed him, I love his upside as a practice squad guy. And, well, let's see if he can make that practice squad. And a lot of people talk about, you know, who's going to be the fifth receivers. You've heard me from the moment before training camp even began. I don't even think we keep a fifth wide receiver. So I think Cubby goes to the IR and you figure it out from there. I would use Alameda as punt returner, Rashad Penny as kick returner. I will repeat that over and over and over again. Oh, God, yeah. But after that, Ricks gets a good pass break. He had a couple good plays there and impressed with him, but hopeful he can make this practice squad without anyone picking him up. Sermon had a nice fourth down run. Allen gets a special team stop, so showing out, you know, on offense, special teams. Love it, dude. Really trying to make that practice squad, so go ahead, Devin Allen. Janarius Robinson, missed sack. And you guys have heard me. You remember when I saw that graphic earlier in the offseason, Janarius Robinson, the backup edge rusher, I was like, what? But Janarius Robinson's going to play over Nolan Smith or Brandon Graham or even Derek Barnett. Like, that's not going to happen, dude. So I don't know where that came from, but this dude, not good. You see Ricks and Kayvon playing late, and that is telling. That is, you know, them putting on a show for whether that's another team or to make the practice squad. So you're not going to have your guys that are on this roster there unless you really need to see. And Ricks is somebody you need to see. So I'm not saying he can't make this roster, but it's not a good sign. You know what I mean? So, and I've talked about this. I think Justin Evans is going to beat out Kayvon Wallace. And Kayvon played great at the end of last year. I really like him. I hope he makes it on the practice squad. But if not, another team claims him, puts him on their active roster, then best of luck to him. But we'll see how that goes down. The 17 tackles by Van Sumeren. Hazelwood and Book. I saw Book completion. I was like, I got to note that, right? So that was a joke. But Russell makes a nice, tough run after the catch. He's not making the squad, but that was nice. And then King almost got that touchdown from Book there, but you got to use that 6'5" frame, dude. Whatever. And then the last note, Aaron Sipos sucks. So, you remember the last thing we talked about on the pregame show was I need to see Sipos not suck because you don't have any competition for him here. So, like, you want to give him that, you know, vote of confidence. Okay, yeah, it's your job, but it's like, okay, I don't want to see you complacent and sucking. And that's exactly what we saw. So, Eagles, at least this isn't a position where, like, they need to come in and, like, learn all these new plays. The only issue there is you need a holder for Jake Elliott. And obviously they're comfortable with him there, but it's like, God, dude. We'll see. But yeah, of course, QB1, Jalen Hurts. So excited. I know that a lot of those Eagles fans were, with their mullets and mustaches, were heartbroken seeing Gardner Minshew not starting for the Eagles like they were saying last year, and instead playing at the end of a preseason game for the Colts. Swift looked solid, and Allen actually looked good in general. Swift did not play tonight, but Allen did look good, so no doubt there. My feelings on Van Sumer and Max Williams. Oh, as I was just saying there, definitely practice squad eligible. And I think I skipped over that. But, yeah, I just mentioned there that Max Williams got that interception. I'm sure you guys saw. But he was playing pretty well. He had like 7 tackles. And he only played in that second half. Just signed the other day. And I told you, watch out for Quentin Bell, because intriguing prospects, veterans with interesting skill sets that could definitely be used in this defense. And, hey, they're practice squad hopefuls. So maybe they showed enough that, they could make it. And I talked about this, probably Van Sumeren, and then 1 or 2 of those vets be on this practice squad, because you've got some veteran guys here. You don't know, linebackers definitely a little questionable, so I feel good about it, but you want to have some guys on the practice squad, and I think we will definitely do that. I did not look good, and I thought, Hazelwood I didn't really expect much from, but Nada, he definitely had his struggles, and we talked about that the first game, so he's continued stock down. So look, he's going to be a practice squad hopeful, as I've said, but I don't know. We'll see. He's probably going to frustrate us in coverage. Well, he's not good at coverage. That's, you guys have heard me say that a million times. He is a tackling machine, but that's about it. We talk about that all the time. The only reason Sippo's on the team. Yep. So sad and frustrating. Just a little, Legatron, we were talking about that earlier today. I just don't think they want a pedophile on the team. I know that's weird to people, but I'm good with that. I don't want it either. Never really been that good at punter. Yeah, it's weird, but we have. I love Donnie Jones. So, Jeff Eagle. We've got all kinds of history here, but not recently. Cameron Johnston. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I like him too. Happy to see you now. Yeah, dude. Well, look, preseason football, that's what it's all about. No doubt, man. But I think the Eagles would rather Evans over Wallace. Tyree Jackson. Yeah, he's a hopeful for the practice squad for sure. But I don't think he would beat out Arnold, and I don't think Arnold's making this team, because Grant Calcaterra and Jack Stoll will be the 2 and 3. Yeah, he's intriguing, 6'7". That's great, but I just don't think he does enough that you would want to keep him on the roster. You look at punters that get cut from other rosters. I think there is like 7 or 8 punter battles going on. Well, I think that, one thing we talk about here, Alex, is the fact that these rosters are always going to have people on them that the Eagles have watched, wanted to draft, wanted to do whatever. If they get cut, and, I always give them a hilarious name, whatever, but they will probably claim somebody and have somebody. So if it's a punter, please, for the love of God, let's go. Swift was returning punts. I guess I was asleep when that happened. I saw Freddie Swain back there, but DeAndre Swift, dog, are you sure about that? Was I that drifted out in this game that I missed that? Because, if you're right, no doubt. But I literally did not see that at all, man. But, look, either way, I've said this. You got to have a Lamade back there. You got to have I wouldn't have Boston Scott. I would definitely have Rashad Penny, but that's just me. Of course I go to the wrong effing thing. I'm looking here for you. Yeah, DeAndre Swift did not play today, and he definitely did not return a single punt. Just making sure I wasn't drifting out to sea there. But, yes, Freddie Swain was there. We talked about him pregame. You signed him because of his return capability. So, as I said, expect him to be the returner tonight. So you saw that. And exactly, you saw that catch. It was – and when you watch him, and he gets up and he's like this. But if you just get your body around, his eyes are on the ball, just get your body up, get your hands up there. That it was a lackadaisical attempt. And, bro, that's your job on the line. And if you're not willing to put effort right there, don't even know if he would even be on this practice squad. We'll see. But, yo, my man, appreciate you. And, yes, that was a very nice – I really wish I would have said that in the pregame show, because that was the joke. And it's like, dude, it was right there. You had it, because then I could have made a joke about it. I told you. But, I didn't want to be a dick, because I know a lot of people are obsessed there, but it's like, hey, man, that's a good sign for him making this practice squad, but a nice one. But appreciate you tuning in, my man, Dylan. And yeah, man, I know that I'm a drifter, but I didn't think. I was like, what the? Yeah, man. I was like, I'm pretty sure I watched every second of the game, but hey, you never know with me anymore. Think we're keeping Opeta, or he'll be practice squad again this year. No reason to keep him. Swain Swift, the both start. Yeah, and Devontae Smith, we can get him back there. If we get anybody else back there on punt return or kick return, the way they've been doing it, I might lose track of who the hell. Well, you guys know I know every single player on this team, but yeah, dude, it's musical chairs back there with the returners, and that's a joke we've been making. I don't know who the hell else they're going to put back there, so maybe Sua Opeta can go back there. He has an S at the beginning of his name, so hey-ho. Yeah, I didn't think so. I was really like, holy shit, like, am I losing my mind? Because I was just talking about that earlier. Like, I'm literally losing it. I can remember things from when I'm like 6 years old, but I can't remember what I did yesterday. Like, oh boy. Yep, Saturday. And I already had one from pre-training camp, but yeah, there's no way in hell we were putting him out there. But nice to see you. I've seen you on Jocko. That's a smart man there, Duck. Yeah, I really give props to the people that are watching that stuff, the Dan Tilio stuff out there. And whew, I just saw him today, saying that the Eagles have a horrible coach and whatever. And it's just like, this dude's such a loser. And I saw Angelo Cataldi. He was like, you'd be perfect for Philly. And I was like, yeah, he would, dude. The negativity, not knowing anything about football, this is a dream for Philly media and the people that love that stuff. And not you guys, but I'm saying, there's people out there that, dude, they can't get enough of the clickbait, the hot takes, the dumb shit, the stuff that never happened. They love being lied to. It's like, more power to you, bro. You would literally, that'd be like waterboarding to me, having to listen to any of those. No way. No. Zach McPherson. Yeah, man, they had Justin Evans back there. Trey Sermon on kick returns. They're going all out. And yes, he is. Just talking to my girlfriend earlier about that. Remember last year when he called Jalen Hurts a thug? And that's when I was like, dude, when I see you, like, I honestly might have to consider smacking you in the mouth, because that literally is so disrespectful. Like, he is such a great young man. And obviously that's what a racist says. So he's a very racist guy. He got fired for being a racist. So we all know he's a piece of shit scumbag. So Jocko Media employs scumbags, making them, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, scumbags. But I knew that from the moment they started stealing my work, and I called them out. One guy, he took the Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts one, the comparison I made 3 years ago when I was trying to get everyone on board with Hurts. And they literally copied and pasted it. And I was like, I just commented right away on it. I was like, hey, really great work. Like, how'd you do all that math so quickly? They deleted it right away. I have it screenshot. I'll never forget that, dude. It was like, you motherfucker. Like, they literally just sit there and steal my shit, like, all the time, dude. That's low life business right there, bro. And I can't get down with those people. Work's been stupid. Hey, man. Hey, I get it. Life. I don't even know how I'm here making the videos. I can't wait. I finally feel like I can put weight on my ankle. I got to move this desk, that effing dresser, this couch out of here, finish this effing room. And then I don't even want to. The things I have to do to the downstairs, everything. Like I told you, we're redoing this whole house, and then I effing sprained my ankle severely. And yeah, it's been hell. I'm not going to lie to you. So don't worry about it, man. Life happens. We all have shit going on, dude. I'm happy to have you back here. We're ready for Birds football. Almost 2 weeks away. Just think, 3 weeks from now, I'll be leaving the link. Oh God, yeah, let's go Birds. We're winning the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be, because I remember last year telling that to everyone. Remember, if you're watching this, when I told you to put that money down, we were winning that game. We're going to shut Jefferson down, go for the under on yards. And I saw him after the game. He won a bunch of money. So mad props to you, my dude. He wanted to buy me a drink. I do not drink, but hell yeah, let's go. But I'm ready to rock and roll, dude. I'm ready to go through a roof, a wall. I don't care. 3 effing weeks from now, we'll be, not even that. 17 days, man. We'll have our first game. And then only a few days later is our first home game. NFL trying to get us dirty. They want to try to hurt us early because these guys are still kind of rusty getting into football shape. So their hope is they can try to injure some of our players with a short week there, Sunday and then Thursday. So that's cute, man. I get it. But don't worry, we're still winning that Super Bowl. But I love it. Football's coming back, man. And that's hilarious. And that's what I mean. I wasn't talking about you guys. I know a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys, I wouldn't be able to see this stuff without you. Like, you post the clips, you retweet this stuff all the time, you talk about it all the time. Like, I wouldn't know that stuff if you wouldn't. So, you know, and then what's weird to me is the people that are like, I hate this, like, I'll never, and it's like, well, bro, if you hate it, why are you retweeting that and supporting that? It's like, you know, if you support people that get stuff right, they might grow and make money off of it too. It's wild. But I don't know, man. I guess you saw, you know, what happened the past few years. You know, the media is very good at tricking people. I mean, look what they did to spread that, you know, virus to kill millions of people. It's like, damn, dude. And, you know, first off, rest in peace to Terry Funk last night. But COVID getting Bray Wyatt, man, Wyndham Rotund, that rest in peace, man. That really sucks. But just, it's crazy to think of what those people in positions of power can do. And it's, you guys know I was on my deathbed when I started this because I was sick of the media lying about everything. And obviously you guys that know me or follow me anywhere else, you know, it ain't just football that I'm very vocal about the lies. I can't stand it. But this was my escape, right? So this is where I come, and those people try to ruin that, right? And it's like, dude, you're not going to do that. You're not going to spread negativity and lies about my birds all the time. If you don't understand the cap, you don't understand quarterback development, just say that. Stop telling me that Jalen Hurts sucks. Stop telling me we don't have cap and how he needs to be fired. Let me show you how it works. And they don't listen. They just get mad. And it's like, oh, I'm a jerk because I know what I'm talking about. Oh, now you're all waiting 4 a.m. outside the link to get his jersey. It's like, all right, dude, but I'm an asshole. Well, I just trying to help. Thanks for making note. He's calling you out, man. He's calling you out, dude. But it's awesome. And that's what I like to hear because that dude is a complete ass bag. And I could never do it, man. And whenever I see those clips, I don't know why. Like, it just never stops with people. They just love that stuff. So it just never stops on my timeline. I'm like, oh my God. And I like to know what's going on, but that's not anything going on. That's just people, like, you know, the people just make stuff up. Like, my sources tell me Jonathan Taylor. Like, nobody, that's not happening. Like that. No one said that. These people make things up to get people to click, and they get thousands. And then when it doesn't happen, it's like, well, but it didn't because it did. If it didn't, it would. It should. If it couldn't. And then everybody's like, oh, yeah. And it's like, no doubt. Interesting game. Devin Allen, I'm guessing. Does he make the team? Oh, definitely not. But I think he could make the practice squad. He had a good return. So maybe, yeah, that was the first time you finally let the kid return the damn ball. So, yeah. But, you know, I don't think there's really a spot on the roster for him. But, and they sure do, man. And that was right when they started, when they stole that Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen one. And it, like, the fact that it was so blatant, like, it was like word for word too. Like, I was like, dude, you just copied and pasted and then took the numbers from the graphic. Like, it was my work. You know what I mean? Like, I did all the work for it, and it was, yeah, okay. And I instantly commented, and to see them delete it right away and then nothing came back. You know what I mean? It was just like, yeah, dude. And like, all I said was like, hey man, if you need to hire someone or like you like want to pay me to do this, like, I'll happily do that for you. But you're not going to steal my work. Like, I messaged them. It's just like, what are we doing here, dude? But hey, you see it all over. All these content creators, they started doing what I do. You follow the reporters, the players, and now they all get the effing interviews when that, it's all good. But hey, it is what it is, man. I'll keep grinding, you know, and you diehards, and people, you know, get mad at me because I said Jalen Hurts was going to be great, because I said, we're not going to fire Howie. We're not going to fire Sirianni. Then we go to the Super Bowl and it's like, well, don't you think you should say sorry at least? And no, they don't do that, man. It's just, oh, he's mean and he's trying to teach me. But it is effed up, man. But they all do it. If you guys watch other shows, you see it. Where do you think they got it from? They just steal the blueprint. They take the cap numbers. It's fine. But you can see it in the way they talk, the reactionary stuff, like how much they don't know. And it's like, well, that's why I love you guys to come here for real information and always, you know, give me the props for the work, because it's like, I actually put in work. You can tell. The rest is just following what other people say and saying dumb shit. And it's weird. It is. Yeah, but don't think he could do that. I was glad they just put him back to a kick returner for once. But hey, we'll see. Yeah, he is 29, but yeah, I got what you were saying. Crazy though, man. Crazy and heart fit, like 20 or 36 years old. It's younger than me, man. And this is what I meant. And it's like, This is why I didn't want it. And people are like, oh, it's fun. And it's like, yeah, bro, I'm immunocompromised. Like, I literally have cirrhosis of the liver. Like, this dude who is a WWE wrestler, like, that's pretty scary. But you know it, man. I'm going to keep doing it, dude. Well, if they have to, I would love for them to stop killing everyone. If all the assholes could, because remember, all the dumb clown ass, they will wear a mask. And it's like, because we're a very unintelligent country. But you see, a lot of Asian countries, they wear masks all the time because they're not stupid and they understand about spreading viruses. And it's like, we have literally the dumbest country. And it's like, it's sad to watch, with so much money. It's, you know what I mean? It's really sad to see. But hey, look, for me, whatever we got to do again this round, I'm going to hope, the sheep don't follow orders and, just go out and spread the virus for the Colt to make millions of dollars. That was sad to watch, people just taking orders from the government. It's like, damn, dude, you guys know I'm against that. So I hate it, man. And I wish people could think for themselves. But here we are watching young people die that are in perfect health. That blows. But yeah, the rumors, it's just like with Derrick Henry. It's like with all of it. I'll always reach out to people and I'll find out the truth. And then I'll tell you guys. So let them keep making shit up. I'll keep telling you what's actually happened. Guy who was usually just throwing out every year. Yeah, exactly. That's what they do all the time. And it's like, why do people just instantly follow like these people or fall for this? And it's like, oh, yeah. And especially when they've got a track record of just making shit up. It's like, all right, dude, no doubt. Bass guitar and I moved it into my room. And my guitar, I'm not good at guitar though. I really basic learning, and I need to get back into it and really learn how to play. It was something that a friend of mine, when I was sick in the hospital, got for me. We used to be in a band together, and I played bass, but I was the singer, and he was the bassist. But that was the one instrument I played, and I just, never had the drive to learn guitar, which sucked growing up because, I was a singer. Who cares? But then as I got older, I was like, God, I suck. I wish I'd learned guitar, and then started learning some guitar with him, and yeah, so he got me a guitar. But yeah, man, that is something I need to get back. I need free time. I need a life, man. Eagles, hire me, please. God, pay me a lot of money so that in my free time I can relax. God damn, please. I don't mind living everything Eagles for free time, but it'd be great to get some money for it, more than what I'd make minuscule amount here. Also wear masks if they're sick, and I get they're sick. Yes, they're actually caring about others too. Thank God we have some people in this planet that, yeah, they're actually caring, and it's sad that we couldn't do that, But that's why it's spread, and people are still dying. So you know what I mean? Nice, my man. Let's go. And I loved it, man. My stepdad, dude, he could play every effing instrument. We literally had a studio in our house. It was an old church that was redone, but there's one room was just drum set, everything. And I would go in there and smash on stuff, do stuff, but they separated before. I wish I could have taken advantage of that. But yeah, man, I've just always loved music. But bass was something I definitely remember. It was, when I was younger, he taught me, and then that was something that I carried with me. But yeah, man, I love me some music. I love all kinds of genres. You guys ask me about that stuff all the time. And nice, man. Hell yeah. Keeping it real. You play anything else? Or is this your first instrument? Or you just got a new one? Or what is it, man? Because that's what's up. Even less free time. You know that. Well, that's a great point. I just said that to her. I was like, but here's the one thing I'll have. This was the difference. I just tried to sell Chelsea on. I was like, look, the one thing, yeah, I'll be living and breathing Philadelphia Eagles, but I'll actually get vacation time. Like, there will actually be vacations. Like, you guys know when I'm on vacation or when I'm doing anything, like, there's no time off from the Eagles. Like, this is, literally life-consuming, and I'm all about it, baby. And my family's part of it. You know what I mean? We all get it, man. We're all aboard this train and going to be working for the Eagles, but we understand what's going to come with it, and it's going to be blessings. And that's what's up, man. Awesome. I can't say that I'm some kind of expert that can help you, but if you have any kind of questions or you ever just want to shoot shit, reach out, my man. That is what's up. Acoustic guitar when I was younger, let's go. And that's what I've got going on right now. So need to take it seriously. And thank you for giving me that, because now I need to, well, that's not going to happen because I got to redo this room. Take out, oh my God, downstairs, man. Move the couches, move the TV stand to put the other, oh my God, because you remember my whole house was torn up, all this stuff. It's just, and then the ankle. So, having a good time. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have the snap count percentage. We'll have all that stuff, how much they played, how telling it is. And then we'll have Fan Friday live tomorrow night. Let's go, baby. We're getting closer. And then Saturday will be the projected 53-man roster. And then it will have a projected depth chart along with those 53 players and a projected 16-man practice squad. Let's go! I know you sickos are looking forward to it. I know I sure as hell am, but hope you're all having yourselves a great night. If you need anything, you can always reach out to me, whether it's talk about Birds Life. I mean it. I say it every time because I truly effing mean it. Look, you guys are always here for me, so always try to be there for you. Hope you're having a great night, a great week. It's Friday tomorrow, so let's get excited. But I'll be breaking this whole damn thing down with all the number snaps and everything tomorrow. You'll get a much clearer picture of how this game went rather than just shooting the shit here. But you'll also get a little Fan Friday where you can bring all your questions, your topics, whatever you want to talk about. It's your show, Fan Effing Friday, one of the last ones of sicko season. The regular season is right around the effing corner. Let's go, baby. I can't believe it. But you all have yourselves a great night. Alex, Dank, Duck, Liz, every single one of you. Drew, if you're watching this some other time, I love you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. I know we had Twisted in here, and Luffy was in here as well. Dylan, my man, all the way from Boise. Let's go. I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for tuning in. And Brainer was in here. Anybody else who was out there, truly sorry if I forgot you. I am a High Plains drifter. But you all have yourselves a great night. Until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Have a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!